Recently, I was asked via Skype, what are the rules to expanding or building an email list? There seem to be a lot of do's and don'ts on the forum that contradict one another. What advice should be followed? So I tapped my network of internet marketing pros and found 3 rules the pros break consistently to expand their email list. Hey there, I'm Jeff Williams with OnlineMediaBroker.com. This is Boo, and today's thought of the day is how to expand your list building by breaking 3 commonly followed rules. Real quick, give us a thumbs up before you forget, and if by the end you don't think it was worth it, give us a thumbs down. Plus, I got a bonus for you at the end of this video, so stick around. When it comes to email marketing, you can craft the ideal subject line, create the best copy, and create the best offer. But if you don't have an extensive list of active email subscribers to send your message to, nothing else really matters. I mean, sure, you can include a sign up for our email newsletter here link or something like that on your site, and you can collect email addresses when someone creates an account or makes a purchase. But if you really want to build a larger list, consider breaking some of the traditional practices of email marketing. Here are 3 of the most commonly followed email marketing rules you should break and explanations for why you should do so. Number 1 most commonly used rule is never use a pop-up to collect email addresses. Well, I say break that shit. So if you're an internet dinosaur like me, then you remember in the beginning there were pop-ups, and the monitor would suddenly be flooded with pop-ups, freaking annoying boxes that seemed impossible to close. Shoot, they could even BSOD your computer or force you to do a Control-Delete-Reboot. Come on, somebody you know what I'm talking about. Well, pop-ups are still around, but thanks to pop-up blockers, people can easily avoid them. However, some of the best marketers out there are using a more sophisticated and less intrusive form of the pop-up, the pop-over or pop-under. You can learn a bit more about what a pop-under is in this video here. Bam! The more sophisticated pop-overs that are being used to collect emails are highly customizable. They can be set to appear only after a certain number of page views, after a certain time period, or only with people who haven't visited the site in a set number of days. Many companies are finding success with popovers. Patrick Starzan, VP of Marketing and Distribution at Funny or Die, says, for the past 4 years, nearly 80% of subscribers signed up in response to popovers. The popovers appear only after someone has visited at least 3 pages on the site. Starzan also made mention that he hasn't received any negative feedback about them, so that's pretty cool. Popovers work best if they're simple, direct, and include a bit of humor. So don't clutter your popover with a lot of words. Keep the language light and fun and give people a reason to opt in. The second most commonly followed rule that you should break is always require a double opt-in. Unless there is explicit legal issues, this one can be broken. Imagine this for a moment. You've been in line for days waiting for the next iPhone. You finally walk in the Apple store, grab the iPhone box off the shelf, walk to the register, pull out your credit card, then the Apple genius says, before you give us your money, we're going to send you an email. Please open it, click the link. Then, and only then, can you buy the iPhone. What? Are you serious? That's crazy, right? I mean, you're ready to buy, but the seller's intentionally putting an obstacle in your way. I mean, when I worked in insurance and other sales jobs, every one of my former bosses said, stop when they say yes. Stop selling. I mean, it's closing time. Give them what they want now. Don't keep going on about seeing if they want to get what you have. Now, not only does a double opt-in create an unnecessary barrier, but there's also the possibility that the confirmation email won't even reach the intended recipient. According to ReturnPass Global Email Deliverability Benchmark Report, nearly a quarter of all emails never reach their intended target. Now, are you willing to take your chances by sending out a confirmation email? I mean, dude, if you got 100 opt-ins in a day and you're using a double opt-in, then you're potentially missing 25 more subscriptions. I mean, that's a lot. So instead, consider sending a welcome or thank you email to new subscribers after they opt in to your marketing list. This way, the email confirms that the new subscriber's email address is valid, and it also can give new subscribers an idea of the type of content they'll be receiving. Third rule you should break is never send an email without first getting explicit explicit permission. Now, this one's nuanced, so pay attention. One of the biggest misconceptions about CAN-SPAM Act of 2003, the first national standards for sending commercial email in the US, is that you need permission before sending an email to someone. Well, while the laws in some countries such as Canada are changing to require permission, it is still legal to send emails in the US without explicit consent from the recipient, okay? So rather than requiring people to opt in, you can give them the choice to opt out. Now, when media companies like KSL.com added a group deals email to its marketing mix, it could have sent an email asking subscribers to opt in to receive it, but instead it decided to send an opt-out email to give people the opportunity to unsubscribe from the group deals list. Now, it turns out that most people did not opt out, but if KSL had chosen to get explicit permission before adding everyone to the new list, many people may not have taken time to respond, substantially reducing the audience for the group deals. So those are the 3 most commonly followed rules that pros break to grow their email list. I'm Jeff Williams with OnlineMediaBroker.com. This is Boo, and please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe. So here's the bonus. I found a real cool infographic related to email marketing. It's all about the best and worst times to send an email. Link is, of course, in the description below.